Cool.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Evans, the CEO of the Franklin County Industrial Development Agency. I'm opening this hearing at 5:02 p.m. It's being held today, Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. It's related to Church Street NY LLC. We're holding this meeting at the Town of Tucker Lake Town Hall, 120 Demars Boulevard, Tucker Lake. This public hearing is being conducted pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, and Section 859A of Title I of Article 18A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York as amended, and Chapter 453 of the laws of 1970 of the State of New York, hereinafter collectively called the Act. A notice of public hearing describing the project, which will be defined hereafter, being undertaken by the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency, was published in the Adirondack Daily Enterprise on August 10th, 2021, and the Tucker Lake Free Press on August 11th, 2021, and posted on the website of the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency. A copy of the notice of public hearing is attached and is an official part of this public hearing transcript. A copy of the application submitted by the Church Street NY LLC to the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency, along with a cost-benefit analysis, is available for review and inspection by the general public in attendance at this hearing. Church Street NY LLC, for itself and for an entity or entities to be formed collectively, the company has submitted an application to the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency requesting the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency issue its tax-exempt multifamily housing revenue bonds in a principal amount not to exceed $5,100,000 for the purpose of financing a certain project consisting of: 1, the acquisition by the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency of a leasehold interest in approximately 0.94 acres of real property located at 15 Church Street in the village of Tucker Lake, New York. The land being more particularly described as tax parcel number 490.75-2-1, along with the existing improvements thereon, consisting principally of an approximately 41,000 square foot residential apartment building consisting of approximately 50 one-bedroom units, all of which are HUD Section 8 subsidized. 2, the renovation, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and operation of the existing improvements, together with other related site work, exterior access and egress improvements, curbage, signage, utility, and related exterior improvements. 3, the acquisition of and installation in and around the land, the existing improvements and improvements by the company of machinery, equipment, fixtures, and other items of tangible personal property. 4, the funding all or a portion of the cost of a debt service reserve fund, if any, and paying capitalized interest, if any, and certain other costs and expenses incidental to the issuance of the bonds. The costs associated with items 1 through 4 above being hereinafter referred to as the project costs. 5, entering into a straight lease transaction within the meaning of subdivision 15 of section 854 of the Act, pursuant to which the agency will retain a leasehold interest in the facility for a period of time and sublease such interest in the facility back to the company, known as a straight lease transaction. The project facility will be owned, operated, and managed by the company. The bonds will be a special obligation of the agency, payable solely from rental payments made by the company to the agency pursuant to a lease or other agreement and certain other assets of the company pledged to the repayment of the bonds. The agency will acquire a leasehold interest in the facility and lease the facility back to the company. The company will operate the facility during the term of the lease. At the end of the lease term, the leasehold interest will be terminated. The agency contemplates that it will provide financial assistance to the company in the form of 1, interest savings through the issuance of the bonds, 2, an exemption from all state and local sales and use taxes with respect to qualifying personal property included in or incorporated into the facility or used in the acquisition, construction, or equipping of the facility. 3, a mortgage recording tax exemption related to financings undertaken in furtherance of the project, including the agency's issuance of the bonds. And 4, a partial real property tax abatement provided through a payment in lieu of taxes tax agreement, known as a pilot agreement, pursuant to which the company would make payments in lieu of real property taxes to the agency for the benefit of each municipality having taxing jurisdiction over the project facility. Section 3, the bonds. If the issuance of such bonds is approved by the agency, it is intended that the interest on such bonds will be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes pursuant to section 103A of the code. 2, the company shall make payments sufficient to fund debt service on the bonds and make certain other payments. And 3, the bonds will be special limited obligations of the agency, payable solely from certain of the proceeds of the agreement and certain other assets of the agency pledged to the repayment of the bonds. It is intended that the bonds will be issued as exempt facility bonds for a qualified residential rental property pursuant to section 142A(7) of the code. Under the code, approval of the issuance of the bonds by the Franklin County Legislature is necessary under section 147F of the code in order for the interest on the bonds to be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes. The bonds shall not be a debt of the state of New York or any political subdivision thereof, including Franklin County, and neither the state of New York nor any political subdivision thereof, including Franklin County, shall be liable thereon. Section 4, secret. As a component of its final approvals for the project, the agency will review the project pursuant to New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law, and the regulations adopted pursuant thereto at 6 NYCRR Part 617. That's the public hearing notice that we read as part of this public hearing. I'll note that we have a couple of people in attendance on video, so we'll state those for the record, Maria, and you'll be writing this down. I believe we have Justin Miller from Harris Beach. Hi, Justin, and on the phone, I believe we have Mark Carbone. Is that right, Mark?
Correct, I'm here. Welcome, everyone.
Principal.
Hi, Mark Carbone.
C-A-R-B-O-N-E.
And what is your affiliation, or what are you representing, Mark?
I'm the managing member of the Church Street LLC.
Perfect, thank you. And is that Patty Littlefield?
It is. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I just flew in from Saranac Lake way too fast.
Well, we're glad you're here. So Patty Littlefield, representing the town of Tucker Lake, is in attendance.
Yeah, no one here.
And she is the only, other than myself, the only person in attendance here, person at the town office. So, Patty, for your benefit, what I started the meeting at 5 o'clock and read through the public notice, which I can certainly.
No, that's not, you don't need to.
Let you take a look at.
I'm good.
And
Excuse me for just a minute. Mark, can you try muting yourself for a minute? I'm not sure if that's where the feedback is coming from.
Of course, I'll mute right now.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, Jeremy, continue.
okay, no problem. And at this time, as part of the public hearing, we would, I would describe any elements of the project, including the cost benefit analysis, which you've got right in front of you. And then we would receive any comment from members of the public. We will not have any members of the public online, it sounds like. So really, it's up to you what you would like to talk about.
Has this changed since the last one that you sent us for the board?
Great question. No, this is the exact same
Okay.
cost benefit sheet that you had when the town reviewed,
Yeah.
approved the consent resolution.
Yeah, and I believe that was gonna give us a little more money than we're getting at the current pilot agreement.
Right,
So-
so, yeah, and I put that, that's
had
on
a
that
comparable-
table 3
Yeah.
on the right-hand side. You can look at the existing
Yeah.
pilot revenues over the next 5 years, and we added in a comparison to the proposed pilot.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, we were very content with this and supportive of it the way it stood, and hopefully this will be good.
Okay.
We're glad to see new owners coming in, and we're glad to see a representative of the development company is here, right, on the
Yeah,
call?
Mark Carbone, he's the managing.
Hi, Mark, I think, was Mark with us at our board meeting too, so it's good to see you again. And
Yeah,
yeah, definitely, the board is full support of this project and happy to see it come to fruition, Mark. We're looking forward to all the great improvements at the building.
yeah, we are too. Jeremy, can I just say one thing? We increased the maximum bond amount from 5.1 to 5.5, and you read earlier that it was 5.1, and I think that's outdated. So I just want to make it sure that we have it on public record that the project can easily support the 5.5 million, and I just want to make sure that's in the public record. That's the modified number of bonds.
Okay,
All right.
okay, thanks for that. No, Justin, is there anything that we should do other than noting that in this record?
If you'll hold 1 second, I'll double check the public hearing notices that we developed. I think, Mark, you and I exchanged some messages shortly around the time that the volume cap was secured and the public hearing had already been scheduled at the 5.1. Do you recall?
Yeah, but I think that I seem to recall that the volume cap number was the 5.5.
Yeah, let me double check. I'm looking at that right now. Hold on 1 second.
I think if you turn the volume up on the TV, you'll hear them better.
Yeah.
Took me a while to figure that out. Oh, it's way up already.
Notice of public hearing.
There you go.
Patty, you look great, by the way. It's been years. I love that your hair is that long.
Oh, thank you. It's easier to manage.
I love it. And what about the nails?
They
Yeah,
are.
we have, pardon my interruption, we have volume cap approval at 5.5, and just for the record, we'll update the 5.1 in the description that Jeremy read to be 5.5, just as a minor correction.
Great, thanks for bringing that up, Mark.
Thank you, Mark, for pointing that out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's one of the things I do is I'm very careful with numbers.
That's a good character.
Yeah, thank you. Great.
Great, so we don't have any other, public online or in person. Perhaps we could recess the meeting for about 5 minutes, see if anyone shows up who wants to participate, and then if not, we'll end the public hearing. So it's 5:17 right now, and the meeting is in recess. How long should we wait, Justin?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you
Should
want
we-
me to pause the recording, Jeremy?
You could just leave it open for now and, chat
Okay.
amongst yourselves perhaps. And if there's no public comments coming in through Zoom or anyone showing up at the meeting, if you adjourn at 5:20 or 5:25, that's totally fine.
Okay,
We normally go 15 minutes and then that's it.
yeah.
If nobody's here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you
we
can
started
push
at 5:02. Yeah, so we're almost there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just pause Maria for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, let me. Okay,
Okay, we're gonna resume this public hearing related, being conducted by the County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency. This is a public hearing related to the Church Street NY LLC proposed project in Tupper Lake, New York. We've received comment from those in attendance, and at 5:23 p.m., I'm going to call this public hearing closed, and appreciate the comments that have been received, and we will put all this, the comments, the public hearing notice, and this record all together for the official record of this project.
And
Adjourned.
when will your board act on it?
I think we're hoping to act on it September 8th.
Good. Yep, great. Well,
County
good luck with the project.
Yeah, the county legislature hopefully will act the first week of September, Jeremy, and then.
Oh, that's right, we gotta make sure they have to do their part first.
Oh,
The
good.
county legislature has to do a consent resolution
Okay.
also.
Yeah.
But trying to keep the order going here, so this was next, then the county, then us.
Very good.
Yeah,
So,
Pleasure seeing
Thank you,
everybody,
Mark.
remotely.
thank you.
and thanks, Justin.
Okay. All right, have a good night. Thank you. Thanks,
Okay.